All right, I am back with episode number 2 of Beneath the Yoke. It's just me talking again. I'm just going to go over how national prep's been going for me, how I feel about the events now that I've actually trained them Saturday, Sunday, and I trained them last week. And I'm going to go over whether I think the 2-day split's good or bad, and just my overall thoughts on where I feel I can land now based on the amount of time I have to prep and how everything's felt. Next week or the week after, so episode 3, I'm going to interview somebody. I don't know who yet. Maybe just one of my friends that I train with every week, but I want to start going to some weight classes and get their thoughts on their weights. If they think they're too heavy, too light. I think the weights are pretty good overall across the board. But yeah, I want a different perspective other than my own on this. But this week, I'm going to go over my perspective on how I think the open weights are and what's achievable based on what I've seen so far for myself. So, without further ado, let's start with the one we've trained in Ontario at least, a crap ton, the circus dumbbell. Circus dumbbell's gone okay for me. I'm kind of getting tired of training. I think I'm tired because I want to train on the globe that I'll actually be pressing, and I know I'm a good globe presser, and it's similar to how I press, so I'm excited to give that a go. I need to link up with someone who has a globe. I hit 230 on mine the other week. It wasn't pretty, wasn't what I expected of myself. I haven't really deloaded much on a circus dumbbell. I was 220 for 3 one week, 230. This week I hit Bose very warped dumbbell for 200 for a pretty easy double. Like, I wasn't going anything crazy, but 200 is pretty routine now. Like, I know no matter what I'm going to hit 200. So what does that mean for nationals? The weights are 200 and 220 is the trump. I think 3 is a minimum for me at 320 or 220. 220 for sure for 3. That's if I'm hoping I can see some guys first, get a composure on where I need to be. So I'm pretty methodical on how I press in a comp. Like, I don't rush things. If I think 3 is the number I need, I'll use the clock, which I think more people should do. Don't rush the rep. You miss a rep, take a time, take a breath. But I think 3, I think shooting the moon here, 5 would be really cool, but I think 3, 4 would be, I think 4 is realistically my end goal here at 220. Take my time, focus on my rack position, see how that goes. I think 4 is my number. I think 4 is what I'm calling myself for hitting, but 3 would be kind of where, based on how I feel right now, and how I know I'm going to have to perform in a minute on the day, like 3's totally okay, but 4 is the goal. Then we have deadlift, which anyone who knows me, I love a deadlift. And this week wasn't a great deadlift day for me. I had a side job I've been doing, been a little taxing on the body, but nothing crazy. But I guess my hips weren't firing. Maybe I didn't warm up properly. It wasn't fired up. Again, not making too many excuses. My Bose bar is a little whippier than mine. But no, my hips weren't in it. I still pulled 700 for 3, even though I didn't want to. I think this week, as long as the week goes well, I'm not going hard training. I'd still like to pull 730 for a triple this Saturday. And then I'm going to start backing off again on the deadlifts, back down like 675, 690 area, and get up to 3 sets of 5. Because I think my goal come nationals is 5 reps at the trump weight. 5 reps at 730, 735, I guess it is. Oh, shoot, 735, which is heavy, but there's some big boys in the open. And I'm expecting that maybe not to win. I don't know all the deadlifters. I think 6 reps is in my wheelhouse, but a minute I'd have to use the clock. I'd probably pump out 3 real fast. Pump out 3 fast, 4, 5. I think 5's the number I expect out of myself. 6 would be a home run on the day. Definitely not 7. 6 would be a home run. 5 would be. Again, I think that's competitive enough for that top spot. But we'll see. Again, we did it this weekend. Had a bad day. It was 700 for 3. I didn't even want to pull that for 1, but it still feels good. Everything's clicking. Everything's still feeling like I got a lot of power. With my programming, I'm sure things will come together on that. But on day 1, we still have the one that I think is going to be harder than I anticipated originally. Is that sandbag gauntlet, or whatever you want. I guess it's a gauntlet. I forget what they called it. But it is a killer. I've done it too. I did it in my basement here, which works out perfectly because I loaded over 52. My basement's 30 feet, so to my actual bar is 25. So it works out. I can run to one end and back, and that's calm. I did 300, and I did 25 feet load, 25 load, 25. So that's one full run technically, I believe. That was tiring at 300 pounds. I think my bag's actually maybe 295. And it's a smaller bag with slag in it, so the open weight's 325. That was only 30 seconds. Holy hell. Does your hammies fire up? Your erectors? I don't like to use a belt. But God, I don't know. I went and did it at Bose even with a 270 bag. And it felt fine. It was a little hot outside, but Jesus. To be ready for a whole minute, which I know I'm gonna need that minute, and each pick's gonna get harder. The picks where I think actually gonna gain on some of these bigger guys who are tired. But I also don't carry it high, so I don't expect to gain there. I think some of these guys are gonna run with it high and just throw it over. I'm gonna run it there, quickly regrip and throw it, and see if I can get 325 bags not light. I don't think this is a winning event for me, which you think it would be because I'm a lighter guy, fast. 325's heavy. I'm hoping my conditioning pays off here because I work really hard on my conditioning. And obviously I'm in a very lean shape to have better conditioning of some of these big guys. So I don't know. I don't want to count myself out for a win on that, but I think I can finish top 3. Top 5 would be ideal on this. But I think top 3 would be the standard I'm pushing for, based on how hard I train in my cardio. I just loaded my bag up to 325. I used a 300 bag, and as I always do, I stuffed weights inside it to make myself not have to mix copper slag. But yeah, I don't know about that. After I'll max out on deads and going into that, you're gonna be cooked. Now fortunately, whether you like it or not, it's a 2-day show. And I bounce back great because I train hard Saturday, Sunday. I usually only train 3 days a week, and Saturday, Sunday I train hard. So the recovery for the next day, huge. Because the next day we go into farmers, which it's not heavy, but it's not light. You know, again, I think I said this in my last video. I've said it to everyone who's talking to me. Depends on what farmers handles we're using. Bo has a set from Fitness Avenue or something, and they are slick. If I have to do 330 to handle that, I will not finish. My grip's not that good. It's good. I think I have an elite grip. Everyone who says, "Oh, you have bad," when I say I have bad grip, I say I have bad grip for me. My standard of bad grip. I just did static holds yesterday with 365 a hand. It felt great. I think I figured something out on how to hold it better for myself, but it risks tearing the callus. So yeah, that's a wild card event for me because I'm fast. I'm much more capable on a farmers than I've ever been, but that's also the event I've lost so many points on before. But I've worked really hard on my grip. I'm working really hard on my grip. I'm doing a lot of behind the back holds right now. Dead hangs. I got grippers in the car. The grip's also when you don't want to overtrain, because then on the actual prep days you're trying to do a farmer's carry, you don't get that time under tension with the actual weight you need to be able to carry. So there's a balance there for me, especially. I don't have huge hands, but I have the hands you'd expect for a 105 athlete. But a pro 105 athlete should be able to run with 330 pounds of hands. So take it for what you will. If they use the Farmer's handles I'm hoping they have there, which I've seen, I could be top 1, top 2, top 3. If they have a shit pair of handles, I could fall down the ranks on that one. But that's what I'm going to train the hardest. Grip is the utmost priority right now, because I'm aware of where I can lose points, and that is, I think, other than the gauntlet, if something doesn't go my way, but I don't think so. Farmers is the one I'll lose points on. But I'm going to go, anyone who knows me, I don't come in not prepared. I actually thought the one year I won nationals, I was going to win the Farmers carry. But because I didn't know I was going to nationals till about 2 weeks out, I trained Farmers a week out. Some shitty Farmers with really, with some tape on it, and then the tape ripped. The knurling got exposed and ripped all 3 of my calluses a week out. So on the day, they ripped open. It cost me, I think I came like 12th. I still won nationals by a margin, but like, it's always in my head. So we're really hoping that my prep and my programming for grip pays off, and I can shock some people on Farmers this time. Then we have stones. Stones is so funny. Yesterday was the first day I had a bad day, I guess I'll call it. I did try my 350 stone, and there was so much tacky left on it from the boys did last weekend, and shitty tacky, that it actually like ripped all my Cerberus tacky off. And I was like, well, this could happen on the day. So I'm actually gonna have to go lighter on the tacky this prep, just in case that's an issue, because I think I over tacky. Because I went to my 390 stone after and loaded it much higher than I needed to, which is my goal in this prep. I'm going to be loading to only 55. Just because we're already going to be exhausted. We're going to be, our hammies, our everything's going to be toast. So when you're going to use that and get that extension, you might not have it to 52 if you haven't trained to above that. Your heels are going to lift early because you're going to overextend too early. So it's more about being patient on the stone, standing up with it, and that's my goal with this prep. Patience through the load before you load it onto the platform. I think that gets overlooked in training. But I'm going to dial that in. I think, again, I could win the stones. I could be top 5. I could be like, I don't think I'll follow the top 5. I'm a really good stone loader. I got good tacky. I'm going to check the stones out before raw without any tacky to see how bad they are, how good they are. Well, I'll probably be using Cerberus grade 3. I don't see me needing grade 4 based on it's indoors. I don't think it'll be that humid. I think stones will be good for me. I've got good, especially being a 2-day show. Farmers isn't going to tax me that bad. I should be good for it. But I think overall I have a shot. I definitely think I have a good shot at top 3. I don't know who's going this year, so I don't want to count myself, I'm going to win the show, but I think top 3s. Last year I didn't drop that sandbag off my shoulder and held it for one more second. I'm top 3. I get a pro card for open. With these events, I don't see how, bearing another injury or bad prep, like, there's always injuries you have to deal with through prep. Last year was a bad injury with my sciatica. This year it seems to be cleared up. Last week I stepped funny on the Farmers. My knees tweaked a bit. I can still run with a sandbag and do that. I took the week off of Farmers. Again, everyone knows you get micro injuries, shoulder injuries, bicep injuries, back injuries. You just work around it. It's the sport. Don't complain about it. Just work around it. No one cares. I don't care if you tell me your bicep hurt. I'm just gonna laugh in your face. No shit, your bicep hurts. It's strong. There's tons of biceps. You're picking up a sandbag. You're probably gonna feel it. Farmers are ripping your biceps out. Yeah, biceps, back. Yeah, no shit, your back hurts. Anyways, I'm going on a rant here. I just see so much of it. It's like, man, you don't think everyone has friggin' something sore? anyways, I wanted to talk about one more thing though. How do I feel about it being a 2-day show? Originally, I think I was all for this. I don't want to shit on anyone's decisions here, but I know another podcast that says it's my opinion. So I don't love the setup based on, I don't think it's going to save a ton of time. The Swick girls, I believe, are going first. So now what? We're not going till 11? I don't like that. I don't eat in the morning before a competition. I know that's on me, but that's rough. So I'm already worried about that. Maybe that'll convince me to eat. I don't know. Maybe I will eat something. Maybe I'll have a coffee. I don't know. But I'm already not good at that. Plus, it's still however many athletes have to go. That's a lot of athletes. And then I got to do another day, which means, just like everyone's spoken about, you have to book off another day. And it's a drive or a flight, so it's like, I'm fortunate enough to have the vacation time that I would probably much rather use for my newborn child to be home with and hang out with. Dev and Anna are not making the trip because it is 9 hours, a 9-hour drive, which seems unrealistic with a 5-month-old at that time. I could do it, but she doesn't like to sleep in the car seat that much yet. She's getting there, but it seems like a lot to put them through for me to compete for 2 days. I think it was Andrew who suggested that they separate classes, certain classes on one day, certain classes on the other, and still make it a 1-day show, but separate days so it's faster. That's what I would have wanted. I understand people have friends there, but you were there to compete. It's just like Pro Strongman League. You go to compete against, like, it's 105s and U64 women. That's it. Yeah, you have friends in 120, sure. They compete a different month. Nationals, split it like that. And people can show up on the Sunday. They didn't have to book Friday off then to get there. They can travel, whatever. It's like, I think that was the play for it if you were going 2 days. Yeah, I just don't agree with the setup. Or OSG, I think, does it. I was there. What am I saying? I know they do it. They do it. 105s go at 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. Bang, bang, bang. Event's all done. Still 2-day show. Even that, I think I would have liked better because it's still going to be probably 8 hours. And maybe the next day is probably going to be pretty quick because it is only farmers and stones. But I don't think this is going to be it. I don't think this is going to be the best way to do it. Now, if we're talking about recovery time, I guess I'm happy about it because I train that way anyways. I do well in single-day shows too, though, so I guess you could say I'm indifferent, but the only problem with a single-day show in me is I can't eat. I don't know what it is. People go, oh, I should eat granola bar, banana. I bring a banana, I bring cheese, I bring bronies, I try other people's stuff. I can't eat on the comp day. I can drink Gatorade, water, barely. So it's my fault. I've been like that my whole life. But I really hope this 2-day show helps me out. And we'll see. Maybe I'll end up liking it and go back on this, but I don't think it's the play. I think 2 days show would be better if we split it up. Lightweight guys, light women, master, whatever. Or 1 day heavyweight, U120, U105, heavyweight masters, open women the next day. I don't know. Whatever the numbers worked out, but we'll see. Don't think I have anything else to really go over. Just hoping that prep continues the way it's going. Injuries to a minor, of course. I'm gonna program a little more, I think, conditioning work on the side, just because I can't just constantly run into the sandbag. It does get taxing. Even today, we went for a 2K walk and my hips were on fire, which is nuts. that's the price of training as hard as you do, I guess. I'm not going to train every weekend, 3 events, 2 events. I don't think it's realistic, especially stones. No one likes tacking up every single. If you do, Mark, you're crazy. But I'm not going to do that. I think loading a sandbag enough times, I could just do my accessories that way, Zercher squats. My biceps finally recovered. I had a minor tear the other month that I didn't go into too much detail, but again, don't talk about injuries that much. But I recovered from that, so yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Next week I will try to get on here with a guest. Maybe I'll get Jacob on here, talk about the U90, how he's going. He's up and coming, so I'm excited to hear him talk about his goals and numbers and actually putting out there. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to commit to that now. Jacob, you're going to be on the podcast next week with me. I want you to just want people to hear your view, because it's your first year. You've been doing it for 3 months, so I'll get him on here and shoot the shit. Okay.